Are
Are
you
you
religious yourself?
me? Yes, I'm a Catholic.
Oh, nice, nice. Are you strong in your beliefs?
Here and there.
No, I was going to give you 20 seconds to tell me why you're convinced of your Catholic faith.
Oh well, there has to be some higher life form out there.
So you believe in God, that's agreed. But why
Yeah.
this Catholicism? Why not something else?
I just don't like the other ones.
Have you tried Islam?
No, I don't like that.
Why?
Islam is Jewish, isn't it?
Christian is
No,
more
that's
Jewish than Islam.
that Islam is like Muslims.
Yeah, Islam, Muslim, same thing. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well,
So,
aren't they all connected if you like think about it?
well, I can give you one verse in the Quran that connects all three. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me give you the verse. Chapter 3, verse 84 of the Quran says, "Say we believe in God, and what was revealed to us, and what was revealed to Abraham, to Ishmael, to Isaac, to Jacob, and the tribes, and what was given to Moses and Jesus and the prophets from their Lord. We make no distinction between any of them, for we submit to God." So the message of
Also,
Moses, Jesus, Muhammad is the same. Hear, O Israel, your Lord, your God is one, a jealous God, have none besides. So you learn
I've
about God, and you adopt the message, and you uphold the commandments. That's it.
I've seen something, and it said that Jesus said to the Jewish people,
Mhm.
um, "I don't want my church to be a place of merchandise. I want it to be a place of worship." And then
Right.
the Jews killed him. What does that mean?
I don't think he was killed, because in our paradigm, when Jonah was thrown overboard, did he die? No.
I'm not sure.
Jonah was in the belly
Well,
of the
do
whale
we
for three
all
days and then he
really
comes out
die?
alive. Yes. When Abraham was thrown in the fire, does he burn?
Well, physically, yes.
No, he doesn't burn. Physically or metaphysically, he doesn't burn. He's saved. When Moses was surrounded by Pharaoh and his army, he strikes the water, a pathway is opened up, and he makes it to safety. When Prophet Muhammad was surrounded by 12 tribes of Arabia, he walked right in front of their faces. He was not harmed. God protects, never betrays. So anyone who says Jesus, the son of Mary, the messenger of God, the Messiah, was brutally murdered, left on a cross, dangling for 2 days, all that is false.
So Jesus never got hanged on a cross,
He never got humiliated, he never got killed.
but it says that in the Bible.
You see, one of the things people don't realize, how many of the Bible authors are disciples of Jesus?
All of them.
Zero. Zero.
What about
The only case you can make from the four Gospels, you might be able to say Matthew was a witness. You might be able to say John was a witness. But most of Matthew is copied from Mark. And Mark was not a disciple, he was an eyewitness, nothing.
what about Judas?
Does he get to write a book?
I'm not sure. I never read the Bible.
There's no book of
Wait,
Judas.
is Judas's name Judas because he's a Jew?
No, but he was the one who betrayed, right?
Yes.
So I don't think he'll get to write any books if you betray.
Wait, are you more into the Islam section, or do you know a lot about like all of them, or just
I
Islam?
wouldn't say I know a lot about all of them in the specifics, but I know the overview. I know the belief systems. I know how people think. I know what their key tendencies are. And what I find quite intriguing is that in Christianity, the Christians don't follow Jesus. They don't follow the book. They follow St. Paul. They follow the church. And if Jesus came back today, he will find it alien. The belief systems, the practices, he would find it alien.
So you're
Really
saying
would.
an alien?
He would find that this is not what I taught, this is not the belief I gave, this is not what I did. In fact, this conversation is in the Quran, chapter 5, verse 116 to 118.
Our conversation right now?
No, I'm talking about the conversation where Jesus is asked what he preached. So in the future, this is what the Quran, God goes into the future. So Judgment Day has happened, And then God asks Jesus, "Did you
How
tell
can
them
he
to
see into the
worship?"
future?
So time doesn't affect God. So in the
Time
Quran,
doesn't affect God, but
yeah,
like
so God can
God
narrate
is
stories from the
eternally remembered.
future. God can narrate stories from the future, which hasn't happened yet, but God
But isn't it
knows
like
this is how it's
OP?
going to play out. Hmm?
What what if I controlled the time? Couldn't I just do that?
I think you're a mere mortal, so you controlling time would be a difficult task.
But if I could control time, let's say I wasn't. Well, let's say I was immortal. Like
Mhm.
I gained like superpowers. I became immortal. Would I be basically like Jesus?
Well,
Would I be like?
Jesus wasn't able to control time, as you know.
Oh well, no. I mean, like, would I be like God?
Well, someone imagining if they were God, I think it's an interesting thought. But God is God, and us
Well,
humans were
doesn't God
humans.
live within us? So technically,
Well,
I'm God.
technically, if you die, God doesn't die. So even if someone says God's within us, it doesn't physically mean that, because if you die, God doesn't die. So,
But what if I kill God?
well, actually, Pharaoh did try to say he killed God,
Which
and
pharaoh? Tutankhamun?
well, I mean, I won't say I know which one exactly, but they're all pretty
Cleopatra?
much. But listen to this. Listen to this. Listen to this. God, by definition, is something that you cannot kill, you cannot harm. God is beyond anything and everything that you can
So he's like John
contemplate.
Jones, because John
Right.
Jones would like destroy me if I in a fight.
Have you read the Quran?
No, it's like all in Arabic. I don't know. I can't read
You
Arabic.
can read the translation, clear Quran. I'll just put it on the message, just the writing. So, clearquran.com. You can read that in English translation. I would encourage you to read and learn. Be skeptical. Don't have faith. In Islam, we don't say have faith, we say have knowledge. Because once you have knowledge, faith grows automatically.
What about like Scientology?
Do you know much about Scientology?
I know it's like a scam, and like they have
No,
like this alien life that when you die you go to a different planet.
Scientology itself is not a scam in the traditional sense, but they do, once you sort of sign up, they do try to get funds out of you as a follower. So it
Isn't it like all
does.
the churches?
That's what I was trying to get to. Is like if you become a member, then obviously they want you to fund their activities. And Scientology does have like a pyramid scheme where the more people you bring in, the more funds you bring in, etc.
Wait, so I'm basically paying in to get into heaven.
Well, you're not going to get to heaven with that anyway. I mean, it's the whole thing is fraudulent anyway.
Well, if I'm paying the church so I can pray there,
Mhm.
doesn't that mean I'm paying to get into heaven?
Well, that's an assumption that if you pray in the church, you get to heaven. I'm saying you won't.
So I won't get to heaven.
If you pray in a church to some guy from 2,000 years ago, he's not going to be able to help you.
So how do I get to heaven?
Good question. The short answer is by following God. And in order to do that, you have to have two things: knowledge of God and knowledge of God's directions, guidance. If you follow guidance, you will succeed.
Wait, does listening to PR Matrix get me into heaven?